Hi everybody, this is Matt. Thanks for watching and welcome back. You know what? I can't put anything past you guys. I can't get anything over you. Why do you say that, Matt? Well, it's just simply because you got me. I started getting messages from you folks saying, hey, what's up with this where you're looking at different strikers for Glocks and triggers and everything else? Well, that's out of a response to you guys. In the past, I've received a lot of PMs asking me if I had ever used an aftermarket trigger assembly for a Glock. My answer was no, I haven't. But it did put me on a bit of a quest to see if there was the perfect trigger for the Glock system. And I thought I'd put together a rash of videos and I would have some good empirical data and I'd be able to say, okay, you know what, this connector here, look at how much weight reduction we've got here and there, and with this striker, blah, 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 blah. You know what, let me just boil it down simply and save you my gums a flapping needlessly. Don't do it. It really didn't make a difference, and actually it would put the firearm quite often in an unsafe position. And if this is your only gun, and if this is what you're going to be using to potentially defend your life one day, leave everything stock and OEM. But that's just my opinion. So let me share with you a couple things that was going on. I checked out some very finely machined strikers. The only problem was I experienced issues where the tolerances were too tight and the striker was actually able to freely move past the Glock safety, the safety plunger. And I use a laser light system when it comes to my dry fire practice. And besides the fact that I could just literally take my finger and push this thing past, when I would go ahead and I would try to slingshot it and the laser would light off, that means that if there was a live round in there, this striker would be impacting the primer on a round, which could lead, obviously, to what? An unintentional, an accidental, a negligent discharge, whatever the heck you want to call it. So in that case, nope. When it comes to connectors, here I have a standard Glock connector. They work just fine. Now, tried several of these types. No big deal. Oh, let's reach over the bench here. Again, nothing big. Tried some aftermarket triggers. Got a hold of one of the latest whiz-bang things touted to be, you know, better than butter on bread. And flat face, supposed to be great. You know what? Couldn't even hardly get the cotton picking thing inside of the gun to begin with. And then on top of that, if you really want comedy, it was creating so much drag that it was physically rotating the pin. Yeah, the pin right here. Every time that you would go to pull the trigger, you could see the pin rotate, and it was a heavy pull. What's going to win when you're rotating metal inside a polymer after a period of time? My bet would be on metal winning. So yeah, when it comes down to something that you're going to have for self-defense, something that your life could potentially be on the line with, my suggestion, leave it stock. Just leave it stock, save yourself time, grief, and money. But overall, save yourself on safety, because that's my experience. That's what happened to me in the course of trying to come up with all these videos. So there you have it. Leave it stock, 25-cent trigger job, minus connector, you should be good to go. And anyway, keep the cards and letters coming, as they say. Thanks for watching, and until next time, everybody out there, have a good one and be safe.